Hello everyone, we are starting our philosophical practices session. Zoom is 30 people. Whoever is in our mailing list had a chance to join us through Zoom. Welcome everyone. You can write your questions to chat from now on. You are interactive. I am Riella Morhayim. Some of you know me. I call myself as a philosophical counselor and philosophical practitioner. Which means in my day-to-day job, I practice philosophy with my interlocutors, whoever I encounter. In a way that I moderate Socratic method and I apply to my everyday dialogues. Through counseling, which is one-on-one sessions, mostly entails a question. If you have any question in life that you are looking for an answer, philosophical counseling is an exceptional and unique approach for you. If you are ready to find an answer or find a solution, and if you are willing to get that, and if you could concentrate on this issue, in this question, in this problem, they all are starting point for us, then welcome to philosophical counseling, which is one approach in unlocking practices. And the other way is philosophical practices, which means we work on your competences, thinking competences, how you think. As you may notice, most of our problems are connected to how we think and what we think. So they are all in philosophical practice domain. Through sessions, we work on your different competences, like conceptualizing, like deepening, like questioning, like evaluation, like making judgment. And really, we see those competences as our tools to be a better thinker, a better questioner, and a better person. The better person is a very relative concept at the end of the day. So it is a very authentic approach. And today it's going to be an introduction, demonstration for our approach, which we are working on. We designed this program, Philosophical Practices for Coaches, which has incredible topics, which is going to be 3-part training, which I would like to talk about in a way. We're going to have a taste how we work. Yeah. So we're going to practice philosophy. And as any game or as any sport or as any form of art, we have a theory behind the practice. We're not going to talk about the theory in the beginning. And at the end, we can analyze what we have done and what we are getting from it. I did such trainings one-on-one with variety of groups. Senior managers, social workers, psychologists, and life coaches. And the one who is coachable is always easier to improve. So this training is for coaches who are willing to work on their thinking skills and get inspirations, get some empowerment from the history of philosophy, from the heritage of philosophy and its techniques. Here I should clarify what we understand as philosophy. Philo is the love, and Sophia is the wisdom. So when we talk about philosophy, we talk about the love of wisdom. So for any wisdom, we have fundamentals. So we'll talk about what is the fundamentals of philosophy. And we have, within this heritage, we have millions of theories, techniques that we can use in our practices, which we'll taste as well. Yeah, so are you ready to start? Yeah, I'm seeing the thumbs up in Zoom. So we are good to go. So as I said, it is like a game. It is like art. We would have certain rules. The first rule is to listen. When someone here, I am the preacher, let's say, the facilitator, what we call, listening the facilitator. Listening is a capacity, and at the same time, it is a competence. So let's see this listening as a competence that we can work on, that we can develop, and even we can master at. Thinking the unseen, unsaid as well, which is a mastery, which is being the master of life, being the artist of life. So, yeah. Today I would like to introduce you one concept, which goes back to Plato, an ancient Greek philosopher. So when I'm going to tell you about the content, please make sure that you can concentrate and you can listen. And then at one crucial part of the story, I'm going to stop. And I have a question ready for you that I would like you to think about to yourself, for yourself. And if you're willing to take this to social dimension, you can share with us. But the main work is on you, within yourself, intellectual and existential dimension. We're going to think about our being. And we're going to think about our thinking as well, which we cannot put aside. So far, is everything clear for you? What we're going to do? The Zoom crowd is incredible. Thank you very much. So we are going back to ancient Greek. We're going back to the time where there is no cell phone, where there is no Wi-Fi. Can you imagine those existence? those being in life. And in ancient Greek, there was a philosopher, a thinker, a scientist. They were the same at that time. What we call him now Plato. Very handsome, very fit, very smart man. Coming from a wealthy family. Whatever he wants, he gets it. Any education, any best teachers that you can think of, with his flip of a finger, he can have a class with that person. His family maintains all the resources for Plato to develop himself, for Plato to educate himself. And for Plato to be extraordinary. To be extraordinary, what does it mean for you? For Plato, to be extraordinary means to be a philosopher king and a philosopher queen. Two concepts come together. A philosopher. What is this concept? A lover of wisdom, who seeks wisdom, who is wanderer, who is curious. Contemplator is another explanation, like someone who thinks. But I'm not talking about thinking when you go to bed after a long, busy day, and just at the time that you need to sleep, you start to remember all the conversations, all the difficulties, and all the emotions, and all the burden, and just disappear under all those. This is not thinking. One of my good teachers called this is worrying. Yeah, so let's focus on a thinking, which means systematic reasoning, argumentation, and very on the basis you have evaluation, objective evaluation, to assess something without emotions. That is logic, what we called. So our technique is based on logic as well. So a thinker, philosopher has a logic. So philosopher, we all start to have an idea. And king or queen, what is the representation for you? A king is proud, is confident, has all the powers and all the strength, can take actions, can conquer, can manage, can rule. philosopher king and a philosopher queen has the wisdom before making decisions, has the wisdom before taking action. And all the actions has really good argument behind, reason behind. Can you imagine yourself as a philosopher king or a queen? Can you be your philosopher? And can you be your king today? What you should change? What you should let go today to be really manifest and to own your philosopher king? That's it. You have the answer. All the victim mentality should be out. So, being an authentic philosopher king or a queen. Maybe you know Plato was educating women as well at his time. We're talking about the time that a woman doesn't have any voice. They don't count. Them in parliament. They don't count them in sports. So at that time, Plato opened a school and he had women in his classes, which was very radical, very exceptional as well. I'm seeing lots of questions. I think I'm gonna take them later if it is all right, or I will write to you after. So if we go back to Plato, so far, do you have any question? Instagram. Instagram is quiet, but it's all right. If you have any question, please don't hesitate to write to us. So now our workshop is starting. Plato has a book called Republic. And in this book, there is a story about a ring. Is it ring a bell? Plato writes with dialogues. And in this dialogue, he talks about a farmer called Gyges. Gyges was a farmer working for the king. One day there was an earthquake in that town. And the ground cracks. And in this little crack, there was something shiny. And our farmer goes there with curiosity, goes in and sees a ring. Takes the ring, and at that time, once a month, all the farmers were coming together in front of the king and share their work and give an account what they did and what they get. And at the end of the month, there was a meeting with the king. And our character, farmer, Aigis, some people call him Giges as well, goes to that meeting with that ring. Within the meeting, while listening to the other farmers and evaluations from the king, he starts to play with the ring. When he turns the ring inside of his palm, he becomes invisible. Invisible means his physical body is not there. Everyone, including him, so surprises. Where is he? What happened? And he continues playing with the ring, and he is visible again. In this way, he discovers the magic of the ring, the legendary magic of the ring. The magic, when he moves the stone on the ring inside of his palm, he is invisible. When it is out there, he is visible. Can you associate yourself with the king? You are the king of Libya. You are the philosopher king of that region. Now you know that the farmer has the ring, the invisible ring. What would you do? Would you take the ring? Or would you leave the ring to Guy Geese? If you take the ring from him, why? Give an argument. If you don't take the ring, and if you leave the ring to the farmer, why? Give an argument. I recommend you to write your argument. I would take the ring because I would leave the ring because. This is a creative thinking exercise. This is a thinking exercise. What affects your decision? What would affect your decision? And day to day, what affects your decisions? What is the main emotion under your decision makings? And if you make all your decisions as a philosopher king or as a philosopher queen, what would be different in your life? This is an exercise that we do with a group. And now we discuss about our arguments. We discuss about our whys. which creates incredible content and incredible practice. To know, to be, and to live is philosophy. Whatever you are doing, it is included in living. So philosophy is a tool to improve the quality of your living and of your being, and eventually your doings, and hopefully on your doings, because it is the new phenomena is happening with this very easy access to educations, like this course junkies. Every course that you see, every retreat, every training, take all the burden, and if you don't practice it, would that mean something? For us, it doesn't mean. We take every knowledge with practice, like as an art. We know the rules. Let's say painting. You know how to hold the brush, and you know the colors, you know how specific type of coloring paints necessitates certain requirements, certain techniques to apply, and then you start to apply. At the beginning, it won't be the best. Still, if you practice, you grow the competence and you grow the mastery. So if we don't work on our mental skills, our thinking skills, our mindset, and if you focus on only physical health, it's not complete. Or if you focus on only emotional health, it's not complete. We can't separate all from the being. We are body, mind, which we consider includes emotions and thoughts, and a spiritual side, deeper side. So they go hand to hand, and if you are motivated by health, let's work on your mental health as well. As a philosopher king and as a philosopher queen, look at your life. Look what is happening in your life. What is happening out there for you to master your competences. You are the hero in your life at the end of this day. So that was our little exercise. I'm sure if you concentrated on it, you get some values. Because through our trainings over and over and over again, we have incredible feedbacks and incredible results from those trainings, which we take the philosophy, take the techniques, take the wisdom, the heritage, the content, and practice it with skills, with competences. Yeah, it's a special art, let me say. We are like twice a year, let me say, we open this philosophy for coaches events. And if you are interested in, please let us know and we can share with you. If you want to improve your thinking skills, have a healthy thinking, gain tools to level up, gain inspirations and empowerments in your life. And on the very basis, help more people. Mostly when we talk about mental health workers, we really need to be so aware of the use of language, our communication with ourselves and with other people, which is directly affecting our decision makings, full stop, and the results that you have in your life. So yeah, so far so good. You had the taste of philosophical practices, which we're going to open an event, and you can see if you follow us, and I know there is a strong followers. We will do this more intense way. We'll focus on mostly inspirational side, being, understanding, and internalizing your philosopher king as a coach or as a psychologist, as a mental worker. And we're going to learn the dimensions of practicing philosophy. The practice that we did had 4 dimensions: intellectual level, the way you think, and what you think, existential level, and social level, which in the coaching groups, which happens incredibly. And there we will go to ancient times, to Far East. And there is a doctrine from Bodhisattva Kumanin, talks about being authentic, talks about the powers that we have in life. We'll practice that heritage as well in the first part. And then the second part is the hot part. We will have some guests, in a way, philosophers gonna join us. First, we will have Nietzsche talking about Übermensch, the superior man. As a coach, the more superior you are on your thinking, on your emotions, on your behaviors, higher you are, higher and better results you have. Being a superior man for Nietzsche is supported by Sartre so well that we can't put them separate. When Sartre talks about bad faith in his doctrines, it touches the same core mindset. When we talk about mindsets, we cannot miss Hawaiian wisdom, Ho'oponopono, which is the most liberating technique, I could say. It is very wise, it is very healing, very liberating, and very forgiving practice. We learn, deepen, let me say, the concept of forgiveness. And now we go back again. We go to Marcus Aurelius, which is a Stoic philosopher. And we go back to his notes to himself. Huge wisdom. And then let's see, as a philosopher king, living in the history, Aurelius. And you, as a philosopher king, living today, what can you take from him? What would be his suggestions in your practice, in your everyday life, in your communications, It's incredible, very life-changing wisdom. And there we will have some workshops on different philosophical competences. That what we did actually, argumentation, questioning, deepening, and evaluation. Those are our 4 main competences, which thanks to my really great living teacher, Oscar Benefier, he really conceptualized this theory so well. I am thanking him again here in this platform. And he's one of our facilitators in our philosophical counseling education programs, which is incredible as well, life-changing. We just finished one in local place, local region, local language in Turkey, and incredible feedback, incredible results and transformations of the participants at the end. It is incredible, such an honor for me to witness that transformation, especially in their communication. It is like unnoticeable, unmissable, let me say. It was not the right concept. Yeah, the live training is going to come up soon. The 3rd part, if you're interested, and we will send you written way. So if we evaluate today, do you like it? What are you taking from it? What can you say about this philosophical practice approach? If you want to share with us, oh, I see Zoom group is filling up. Thank you very much for your participations, for your time, for your mind space, and for your concentration on us. Unmaking practice is back full power. From now on, we will have more active events in Instagram, in TikTok, YouTube, and hopefully Spotify. But let's take it slow. We have good visions, good, I can say example, good pilot in 2 different countries. So as a team, we are very confident that with the right people in this global internet territories, we can reach to the right people. So if you think that there are right people who would be interested in philosophical wisdom and practices, please share our channel, share our profiles, share our video, and let's grow up together. And if you have any inquiries, please contact us. If you haven't tried a counseling session, I really recommend it. If you want to put distance to yourself and see yourself from very high levels, I really recommend to have one session. So I'm ending up tonight. Take care of yourself. Stay safe, stay calm, stay peaceful, and take care of yourself. See you soon.